Welcome to another episode of Fill Your Cup, Mama. I'm Belinda Kiriakou, and today and upcoming podcast episodes, I am going to take special focus on rebooting our mindsets after a week of overexhaustion and overstimulation. Yes, if you are a fellow mother listening, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's dive into strategies to regain balance and cultivate a rejuvenated mindset. Today specifically, I'm going to focus on understanding and explaining what overexertion is in terms of the signs and symptoms, and then talk about solutions for a mindset reset. All right, so let's go straight into this. Understanding what overexertion is. Overexertion refers to exceeding one's physical or mental limits. This is when we find ourselves in fatigue and a decreased well-being. And it will often manifest as heightened stress levels, irritability, something that all fellow mothers know all too well, and diminished cognitive function. So, studies consistently link chronic overexertion to increased risk of mental health issues such as anxiety and depression. So, the continuous strain on the mind can lead to burnout, affecting overall emotional resilience. So what are the signs and symptoms? These are the common indicators of overexertion include persistent fatigue, difficulty concentrating, disrupted sleep patterns, and heightened emotional reactivity. So when we recognize these signs, it's so important for us in terms of understanding what this is, and then it helps us to initiate a mindset reset, which I'll talk about very shortly. So, common signs and symptoms experienced by mothers after a demanding week. Persistent fatigue. So, my fellow mothers, you understand what I'm speaking about because we will experience physical and mental exhaustion that persists despite rest, despite taking naps, affecting our overall energy levels and the ability to engage in daily activities. Next, irritability and mood swings. I am laughing so hard on the inside because no matter the amount of naps that I take, the training that I do, and again, I'm going to be talking about this in a little bit about the solutions that we can do to balance out these overexertions. But it's so funny because I have found myself to just be so much more irritable than normal ever since I've become a mother. And it's just because you don't have a minute to just kind of stop and think, especially when you have little kids. So overexertion can lead to heightened irritability, mood swings, and increased emotional sensitivity, which impacts interpersonal relationships and our daily interactions. Next, we have difficulty concentrating. So mental fatigue can result in difficulties concentrating or making decisions. As mothers, we may find it challenging to focus on tasks and may experience cognitive fog. We call this the mom brain, and this is a real thing. Another area is that there is disrupted sleep patterns. So stress and overexertion can completely disrupt our sleep, which leads to difficulty falling asleep or even staying asleep. And poor sleep quality further exacerbates feelings of fatigue. It's like Groundhog Day, all day, every day, when we're not able to get our proper rest. And then finally, overexertion leads to physical aches and pains. It now manifests physically because these overexertions may manifest physically contributing to muscle tension, headaches, and other somatic complaints. So it's so important to recognize what this is all causing. This is why it's so important to recognize the need for a mindset reset. Number one, because we want to prevent burnout. Persistent overexertion without adequate recovery increases the risk of burnout. Surprise, surprise. Recognizing the need for a mindset reset is so crucial to prevent long-term physical and mental exhaustion. Number two, enhancing mental well-being. We need to acknowledge the signs of mental fatigue, as it allows us as mothers to prioritize our mental well-being. A mindset reset is essential for restoring emotional balance and resilience. Number three, improving decision-making. A fatigued mind hampers decision-making abilities. Recognizing the need for a mindset reset enables us as mothers to take a step back, gain clarity, and make more informed decisions. 4, preserving relationships. Irritability and mood swings can strain relationships. Yes, if you are in a marriage, you have a partner, and you have children, you know exactly what I'm speaking about. And I laugh about it because it's comical, and only you and your partner could really understand what I'm talking about here. So resetting the mindset helps mothers approach interactions with the people around you with a more positive and patient demeanor, preserving meaningful connections. Number 5, boosting productivity. A fatigued mindset diminishes productivity. So taking the time for a reset allows mothers to regain focus and efficiency, ultimately enhancing our ability to manage daily responsibilities. So, what are the solutions? The solutions for a mindset reset. Well, number 1, mindful awareness. Number 1. Just right now, by me talking about it, I am encouraging you, my fellow mothers, to engage in mindful awareness, recognizing and accepting our current mental state without judgment. This self-awareness is the first step towards a mindset reset. Understanding where you are so that you could find solutions to move forward is number 1. Next, prioritize self-care. So I am advocating for prioritizing self-care activities that nurture your mental well-being, such as taking short walk breaks, practicing relaxation techniques. If that is just simply for 5 minutes, going into a quiet space and breathing, inhaling through your nose, holding it, and then exhaling, and doing that for 5 rounds, 8 rounds, 10 rounds, whatever it is that you need to just relax. And you can also engage in activities, whatever activities that bring you joy and relaxation, do more of that. 3, establish boundaries. This is so important. Emphasizing the importance of setting clear boundaries to prevent overcommitment. Establishing limits on your workload and responsibilities is vital for maintaining a healthy balance. Listen, fellow mothers, and for those of you who also work, when we are home with our children, after we are doing our work, and you come home with your children, the work doesn't end. There's always going to be more things to do. So you have to take that into consideration. Maybe you have to take less of a workload. Maybe you need to now, which goes into my next topic, is seek support. You may need to reach out and have a conversation with your partner or family members so that they can help you and kind of let go of that control. And we as mothers, we all have that. We have a little bit of that, like, I need to control everything, which is great. But at the same time, sometimes it hurts us. So I encourage you to communicate your needs and seek support from family or friends, and then delegate tasks and share responsibilities to help alleviate the burden. And this helps to facilitate a more manageable routine. And create time for reflection. So I suggest allocating dedicated time for reflection and self-assessment. This can involve journaling. Write out your thoughts, because when you look and you see everything on paper, your brain perceives that differently. You're able to really take everything in. And also contemplate your achievements. Like, take a minute and commend yourself for the small achievements that you've done. Anything that it comes from household chores, things that you did for yourself, you showed up for yourself. And, identifying areas for improvement. Today I showed up for myself. Instead of waking up and cleaning the house and doing the dishes, I got out there for a walk. I did my workout. I did my meditation. Or maybe you didn't, and you said, I could have done a little bit better today. So take a minute and identify these areas for improvement as well, so that you can also be better for yourself and show up better for yourself later on the day today or for tomorrow. And then this is how we also continue to foster a positive mindset. The conversations that you have with yourself. If you would not speak to someone you love in a certain tone, why would you have that same type of tone to yourself? We should have really constructive, kind criticisms to ourselves, the way that we speak with ourselves. So foster a positive mindset. So in conclusion, let's recognize the signs of overexhaustion and understand the importance of a mindset reset and how it can empower us as mothers to proactively address our well-being, promoting long-term mental and emotional resilience. So as we wrap up today's episode, remember that your well-being is a priority. To all the mamas listening, please take a moment for yourself and implement these strategies to reboot your mindset. Remember, a refreshed mind is key to navigating the beautiful chaos of motherhood. So until next time, fill your cup, mama.